All right. Well, we're in this, and looks like the teams have opted to play on server one. So what had happened was there's FPS issues. Everybody's dropping down to 15 FPS. We set up server two. Teams opted to still play it, but right in the action here, so no more waiting. We have Spzrta left in a 1 versus 3. The only one left with a minute left on the round. They were able to set up the best of 3 and assume everybody has their FPS going. Tech W's in the chat, folks. This has been a cluster of an evening, but hopefully it works out well. Spzrta getting tagged through, 2 kills under his belt, but Dyzoe takes him out. First round goes to signing Mousepads.
And it looks like we're going to have an M4 buy coming in from Guzman here with MP9s on the rest of signing Mousepads with a 3-man stack onto B and 2 people playing A. That's an interesting choice, considering most people do opt to kind of push B. I mean, it does make sense. But it looks like Howl's going to push up A mid. And Spzrta does get a kill on Bradyy, but not after Bradyy gets 2 kills. And there's the third coming in from Dyzoe with a trade from Xelerando. And now you've got very lit Spzrta and Xelerando, 1 MP9 and a bomb versus 3 full health mousepad players. 2 of which have already rotated to A and a third lurking in B to ensure no rotation.
Really tough, even though Xelerando has had armor, like you said, it's only about half health. Spzrta was able to a gun, but and he's also pretty lit. They don't have that much money on their backs either, and it looks obviously back to this round for the most part. We have Guzman just sitting holding banana, so he's gonna be the key to the dub signing Mousepads if Howl opt to go deep, but it looks like Spars is actually gonna make his way and meet up with Rondo sitting in the apartment.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't necessarily think this is a bad idea, considering Spzrta was waiting on that push to come down banana. And like you said, Guzman was sitting there ensuring no rotation from the T side players. So at this point, it's kind of like, okay, let's see what we can get. We know there's going to be at least one person on A site, but they're just going to go. But that step right there gives away the whole plan, as well as that reload. So see if DY, yeah, DY's just going to peek his head over the top and get that kill. And Xelerando's actually going to run out of time. Hopefully he goes down.
And he does in time, so I think he just had to run into there and get shot down. Last thing you want to do is lose money on this round, especially because I'm assuming they're probably going to pistol buy something light, and then we'll see full guns on their backs next.
Yeah, that force up into the second round was, I mean, not necessarily a bad one, but it didn't go out their way, so now they're going to have to wait till the fourth round to get full rifles. You do see a Deagle come in on Tav along with 2 nades and a Tech 9 on Loki. DY just chucks his nade down there and gets a kill on Tav along with Guzman's nade. Loki mistimes the push through the smoke, and Howl are just going to get pinched here.
Actually, it doesn't look like any of the Mousepads players are pushing up mid or aggressing at all, but rather just letting these B defenders just sit and wait. But I mean, the last thing you'd want to do is go push up, have 3 of them sitting waiting on that rotate from behind, and then all they have to do is 3 guys running at that one guy A. So
That's true.
looks like Bradyy is actually working his way back up to CT, walking his way up. They haven't really heard anything yet here on the B site, and I think Howl is hoping that they do exactly that, rotate over, make them think that they're going back. But it doesn't look like it. Looks like they're staying around here. And there we go, as a rotate coming back from Bradyy. Away, 40 seconds left in the round. Howl, a little bit of time, but they're gonna have to make a decision quick on how they're gonna put in.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to check for DY there on the flower pot boost, and he's probably going to get 2 kills here. Yeah, he might get traded out, and then Guzman just finishes it off there with the trade on Gorclo. But now we see our first rifle round. This is where we can really get a sense of how well Team Howl are going to be able to size up to Mousepads this game and this match, I think.
Oh, I'm
Looks like
surprised.
Spzrta.
Yeah, I'm surprised
Wow.
Spzrta went for that UMP and that Xelerando didn't go for an op. I mean, yeah, that's a really odd buy, but maybe he's just ensuring that he has Golda money left.
And cadius keeping that MP.
Ooh.
Wow.
That was an insane clip from Guzman here. Got a collat there with the deagle.
That does not happen very often. Oh, and wraps it up. Wraps it up with a third kill on that deagle there. Honestly, that was just a perfect counter from Mousepads. I mean, they mollied deep ramp there, knowing they had an MP9 on cadius, and they just stacked it with him, knowing they'd focus on the one in their face. And like you said, the collat coming in from Guzman with the deeg, and then just wrapping up the end of the round there. But now we see 5 AKs coming out. Some more banana presence coming in from Loki. Surprisingly, no utility out of Howl to try to get this top banana control. Good kill from Guzman on the 1v1 duel against Loki. And there's the molly. Perhaps a little late, but there's the molly, and Bradyy getting a second kill. I'm sorry, his first kill, but the second death for the T's on Gorclo. And now they're left in a 3v5. But 2 players on the CT side are low, both of which I believe are the B site players. So maybe they could make this work. No, it actually looks like DY has actually rotated over to B site instead, leaving Guzman and DY on B site, and Bradyy, cadius, and Dyzoe on A site. Xelerando and Spzrta hanging around in banana, while Tav is just chilling in the top of apartments, waiting for some sort of wraparound from Dyzoe here. And now Xelerando's going to work his way back down mid, because Tav is saying, hey, nobody's pushing. Let's see if we can go A. And Spzrta's just going to try to fake this B presence by continuing to apply pressure.
So sitting in the corner, so Cubby actually getting a frag onto Tav and a second one onto Xelerando. That molly really pushed him back kind of, but he finishes up with the third really nice spray down there. Putting in work.
My goodness.
Animus.
Yeah, and now if I'm Team Howl, I'm thinking, okay, I'm down 5-0 on the T side of Inferno. Do I really want to force back into this? And it looks like they do. It looks like Spzrta and Gorclo were saying, okay, yeah, let's do this. And leaving Tav and Loki with pistols. This is an interesting buy from Team Howl, but perhaps they're going for the aggressive B? No, they're going for the aggressive mid, it looks like. Trying to force them to not peek top of mid here, maybe set up in some close angles and get some picks on these guns. And I mean, look at Mousepads. They've already 4-man rotated over to A site, and they're here to just take care of this. They're wrapping it up.
Dyzoe and Bradyy
Nice
both
2 kills.
yeah, really nice kills just to start that off. I mean, Howl says pistols, Xelerando, but ooh, team dink coming out from cadius. Looks like Tav is pushed up banana. It looks like Howl is probably going to be collapsing on this bomb site, probably hoping that Mousepads rotate.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the 2 people with the UMPs on Spzrta and Gorclo both went down. But oh, and they lose a deagle there, so now they have 1 AK and a P250 and no utility, and now just the 1 AK. Wow. That round was basically all Bradyy and Guzman, I believe, with 1 kill coming in from Dyzoe there at top mid. It looks like Howl are going to reinvest again. I mean, it makes sense. They have plenty of money to do so, but again with these UMPs, this is not really unheard of to use an SMG on the T side of Inferno, but this consistently, it's an interesting strategy, and I really want to see it pan out just so I can see exactly why they're opting to do it.
I'm thinking if they were to do that, they should at least send those guys into apartments. So they have those close angles to be pushed up where it was really aggressive push coming in from Guzman. Takes out Loki, but ends up getting traded back by Spzrta. Spzrta was able to pick up an AK, left with DY on the B bomb site. Dyzoe is rotating over, but it looks like cadius has made his way up mid. Xelerando holding that flank there, and I think they know that they're going to be aggressive. So I think they just have cadius sitting on this angle, probably going to take out Gorclo in 3, 2, one.
Yeah, and there it is. I'm surprised we didn't see. Oh wow. And they just got pinched so hard there.
Hard. And that's one thing that didn't do the second round, or third round rather, where they didn't keep the map control. They just let the B players take them, but I think now they're kind of filling into their form. They're 7-0. Money across the board is amazing for everybody. And here we go again. Howl has 2 4-spot UMPs. Everybody else has AKs. Very minimal utility. Has been going for that flick, just getting overrun, but not able to take the frag. BY actually takes out Guzman. That is not a good look. Spzrta down to 11 HP, and it looks like Howl is going to be trying to collapse on this. Cadius trying to use that molly to smoke it off, but it goes too deep.
This could actually go Howl's way with that molly coming in the perfect spot. Yeah, they trade out for Xelerando there with Gorclo getting that kill on Cadius, and that leaves a 3v2, but 2 of the 3 T players are very low in Tav and Spzrta. Spzrta's watching the rear from Banana, but it looks like both of the Mousepad players are going to opt to push in from CT, which is smart in this situation, I think, because they just pinched the last round. They know that Howl are going to be worried about that pinch. And now Spzrta's in a really bad spot. And a perfect retake from Mousepads, starting with that first kill there, and then the second trade on the guy sitting pool, isolating the Opera and Banana. It was really smart there to go CT together rather than try to split up, knowing they didn't have it man advantage, and they would probably be watching the rear.
And it was nice to see the awareness of somebody being jumped up top dark as well. I think Bradyy went for a pre-fire and probably got called out by his team to be able to peek that, so it was good to see. I bet you was a ton of good communication. Missed nade from Loki, damages just a little bit. Guzman sitting there, ends up getting the frag onto Loki. Really unfortunate for him that he wasn't able to punish that, but Guzman was dropped down to 50 HP, and it looks like Dyzoe is holding mid, trying to bait out those shots. Smokes down, holding his ground here, and it looks like Howl are probably going to try to pop through these smokes. Yep, pop flash them out. Dyzoe take turns. They're getting 2, Spzrta and Gorclo. Being Tav, Xelerando, and Par trying to push their way into B with a pretty strong setup.
That was a really well-timed molly there from Guzman, but the smoke into CT does isolate him, but they don't peek together, and it spells the end of the round right there. Honestly, I hate to say it, but I think if they take that peek together, they potentially get that trade. And it looks like we will see a pause coming in from Team Howl. Obviously, the game plan that they were thinking of whenever they picked Inferno isn't working out, so maybe they're discussing how to change things up. If it were me personally, I would like to see a little bit more utility being dumped into Banana to try to get that Banana control and keep it away from Mousepads, because honestly, I believe that slowing them down there, and Banana has won Mousepads at least 4 rounds here.
Seems like we have a buy already coming out of Loki, and that might be a miss buy because everybody else, other than Xelerando and Spzrta, could buy AKs, but Tav and Gorclo are not going to be able to get full head armor with that. Might see a force on the UMP. You know, we have Galil's coming out, so they're kind of doing a quasi buy, but no harm with that. Except the fact that all of Mousepad's players have head armor, so that Galil won't be able to dink them the same way the AK is, and that might be the difference between them actually getting frag or Mousepads out. So I want to see how those Galils really come into play. They can make, put them to work, at least get a ton of damage off, so that they can follow the skills up. But it's 9-0 for signing Mousepads, and even with the delays, part of me is wondering how quick this.
And see a couple of nades being traded down Banana. Ultimately, Howl will win that exchange just by getting more damage off on Guzman, but we still see two Mousepad players locked in at the top of Banana, and here's some fire going on here from mid, looking into apps. We have Gorclo and Spzrta working their way up mid together as this smoke fades. We have two smokes on Tav and Gorclo, both of which could be used to potentially take this mid control, but simultaneous mollies at the top of Banana and the top of mid to ensure. Oh my goodness, Xelerando just walks right into it. Oh no.
Good.
And that was, I believe that was one of the AKs. And Dyzoe gets that kill on Gorclo up near A site, and now Spzrta and Tav will try to challenge this op here in Arches. It's a flashbang for the peak, but oh wow, what timing is that by Guzman to reposition, giving Dyzoe the peak there. Tav will get the kill, but peeks into this player on apartments, and that's the bomb.
Loki
Wow.
in a 1v4 clutch situation here, just getting spammed out by cadius, and cadius just crouch peek, taking him out, pointing at heads and clicking, popping domes, taking his way up the scoreboard from 2 kills up to 8. We have Dyzoe leading 15 frags here. 138 ADR, Guzman with 155 ADR. We have 3 players over 100 utility damage. Insane work out of Mousepads.
Yeah, Nate, wow. Oh, we see an auto bike come out of Guzman here, and he's just holding down the top of Banana. He could get overwhelmed here, and he does. The trade coming in from Loki. And now you see 3 Howl players at the top of Banana, but they will get mollied out. He mollies. That's a good molly by Spzrta to keep DY off that peak from Coffins. But they're just going to back off now. They didn't get the initial rush that they wanted. They didn't get the aggression that they were looking for. And so now they're going to back off and try to go A here. Lucky enough, they did manage to get a kill. So it forces a 2v2, but it won't matter. Dyzoe continues to do amazing work from holding long there at the top of mid, and Team Howl just don't have an answer for it yet. And it looks like Guzman has finally run out of money after purchasing that auto last round, so he will receive an M4 drop from his teammates. And again, we see 1 Galil and a UMP on the side of Howl. I think we've only seen 1 round where Howl have had full rifles. Well, full AKs rather. Again, the early nade exchange coming down Banana. And they trade smokes at the... Oh, and Tav just walks right into Bradyy, who's
Ready
waiting for him to push that.
doing so well, really nice shot. Just the edge of Spzrta's head. But Loki just standing in that fire, wants to push out, being pulled back. It is a 2-on-3. Guzman's low, and he's rotating. The bomb is down towards the arches. Xelerando actually takes out Bradyy, makes it a 2v2, but Loki down to 16 HP, not gonna be able to do too much.
He does get that information.
Yeah, he does get the info, but all it takes is 1 tap, and DY taps him in the head. 12-0 signing Mousepads.
Well, this is not exactly what I wanted to say, or wanted to see rather, but it just looks like Mousepads are just feeling themselves right now. They're definitely in the groove, they're settling in, their confidence is evident. We see the Galils and the UMP come in again from Howl. Like, Howl clearly don't want to give this map away. They're trying their very best, but these early round deaths just continue to haunt them, and that Banana control continues to just go the way of Mousepads.
I don't think Guzman saw Xelerando, but he's spamming through, assuming it's there anyways. DY pushes in, ends up getting the frag. They're just disrespecting them. There's no room for error on Howl's part, and they gotta drink some pre-workout or something, because Mousepads are cracked out right now. They're on them.
Yeah, I mean, 13-0, regardless of the fact of whether or not Howl are able to steal away a round or two here, this is way more rounds you want to give away. Way more rounds than you want to give away on the T side, because this is already a CT-sided map, so giving them 13, maybe 15, 14 rounds. Tav does get a kill on Dyzoe, and Loki kills Bradyy. Suddenly, this has the... Oh, I regret saying that now. Caster's Curse. I apologize, Team Howl. Because Cadius just wipes out the 3 members of Team Howl that were pushing A, leaving Spzrta in a 1-3. Gets the first kill. The gunshot gives away the information of DY and where he is. Oh, but the missed spray down. DY getting the 14th round for signing Mousepads.
Be tough if your parts in that situation. You want to win at least one round and get that clutch, and they were so close. But Mousepads just buying back. They have all the money in the world. It doesn't matter. Their bank was set at 10 rounds in, and they could have full bought the whole way. So it's once again 4 AKs and a UMP coming out of Howl. Nade just taking down Team Howl. Guzman ends up getting a frag on a Loki, but they're already done. Dyzoe taking out Spzrta. Gorclo's 26 HP. Tav and Xelerando are both about a quarter to a third of the way down. Like this. We see Guzman going for the 360, trying to go for a 360 no scope. Can't quite hit it. To be expected, but DY just follows that right up, taking out Tav, leaving Xelerando and Gorclo. Last 2 men on the Howl roster. Last round of the half against 4 signing Mousepads players who have just been absolute monsters.
Yeah, I mean, the start of the round, I'm looking at the way everything's being set up, and the next thing I know, I see red bars come in for every player on Team Howl. Gorclo does get a kill on Dyzoe, and he will hear Bradyy and Apps, and it won't matter. Bradyy just gets the double kill with the op to wrap up the half. 15-0, maybe looking at a 16-0 from Mousepads here, and I'm certain they are probably so hype in their Discord at the moment talking about wanting to get the 16-0, and I'm sure Howl are thinking to themselves, okay, how can we bring this back? They have to win 15 straight rounds to force overtime, and I always say anything is possible, but at this point, it's very unlikely that Team Howl pull away their map pick of Inferno.
Let's notice on the scoreboard there, they were only able to plant once. And that is a big reason why they weren't able to buy back. I didn't really see any full saves coming out, but maybe that would have helped them, at least different, money situation. Normally, at least we see a bit of a fight from Howl, but maybe there's not warmed up. I know we had to delay a little bit, so who knows? Maybe they're a CT-sided team, but definitely excited to see what Mousepads bring out on the T side and what they decide to do against Team Howl, and if Howl maybe is a counter for it. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, like we talked about before, this is a CT-sided map, so I mean, if Howl can pull away the pistol here, they have the potential to get to or string together a few rounds here, maybe 3 or 4, and we do see the right call from Howl being an A stack, but they just go the wrong way. He sees all 4 Mousepad players there, and Cadius takes out Loki. The trade coming in from Gorclo, Bradyy with a nice shot on Spzrta and Apps, and Dyzoe getting Gorclo tapped with the trade on Guzman. 2v2, both Ts have been spotted, and both CTs are on the complete other side of the map. It's like they're playing T side again, but they do have the bomb on T ramp.
Rana going for the peak, getting taken out by Dyzoe, leaving Tav in a 1v2. Tav 45 HP, they just swing them together, and 16-0 coming up from signing Mousepads on the Team Howl. Insanely quick first game.